Eggplant, look at this. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. And it's raining.
It was.
It was raining. Now it's just a little spit here and there. But it's good. That's all, folks.
That's what we do. Another day in the office. Oh, it's still sprinkling a little bit. Not a big deal. Sun's
Oh,
out,
my funny bird's back.
but it's raining. Still sprinkling, and the sun's out. Weird bird and bird feeder. That's fine. So we got over here. One of my cars. You boys know where I'm going. M998. Hey, I'm really good at delivery anymore. It's an 89. Got the Chevy Suburban engine, the diesel and of course hydromatic transmission, Allison. There it is here. That's pretty fun. There's some weird birds in the bird feeder. There's another one of my toys over here. There's Stuart Stevenson. So now they're like Bay Systems or BAE or something. Pretty pimp. It's a 97. Got the Caterpillar inline 6. Try to do a little polish job on here. See if I can get some of the grime off, but it's just like some kind of spray can military camel color. Like I said, M1078. It's pretty good. Put a magnetic cup holders. If you get a hold of one of these things on eBay or whatever, they really do hold a like a can of drink or whatever. I thought it was nonsense, but it takes a good little push to push them out. A turret mount with no turret, 3-seater. But I heard if you get Ford seats on F-150, late 90s, you can actually do one here and two in the middle, and then one for the driver. So that's kind of cool. Air brakes, spare, toolkit. It's got just wrench. Gas tank hold about I don't know 70 gallons or so. So use it sparingly. Panel storage for all these sides. You can put them in there, and they'll do the storage thing. Oh, this one is actually built to be a cargo or like a troop transport, I mean. So it's got the frames for the truck to put that canvas on, which I never put on. It's just sitting in the barn, just because who gives a crap about putting it up. But if you see in here, see if I can lift the camera up. It's got all the seats and everything that you need. Probably for about 16 guys. Big military pintle hitch, 16 ton. And what's cool about these military cars is they rotate all the way. So the adverse like terrain. So if your trailer goes, it's not going to yank you with it. I think that's really what they thought it for, because a lot of guys get flipped over just from their ball. And that's when I broke a strap trying to pull this thing out. The ladder under here, when you put this down, it actually folds over, and there's two holes, so the ladder comes down right here. That's pretty neat. Tires. There's more panels here. Storage not on this side. This is where the end is. So you put 1, 1, 1, 1, and then when you take them out, you kind of have to come on this side and push them through. Got a hold of some of these Goodyear 395 85 R20s, and this vehicle's got the full-time air pressure kind of regulation system. In the cab, it's got some buttons in there, so if you want to go through sand or whatever, I'll show you that in a second. A lot of batteries. Runs on 28 volts for the generator. We took the military batteries out, which are horrendously expensive, and put these in. So we kind of did a little bit of rewiring with all those weird batteries they had. We made it work. My cover's missing. This is the triple redundant air tanks, giant leaf springs. I'll jump in here. This is all I was telling you. You have an air pressure system. Kind of hard to see, but you got modes here. Highway, XC, which is cross country, sand, emergency, and run flat. So if you get into some stuff, hit run flat. It just shoots air to the tires, the one that needs it most. Emergency air, almost the same thing, but it doesn't run constantly. Notice that it kind of shuts off. It's almost like if you hooked up an auxiliary air pressure thing to air someone else's tires up with, or if you need to air yours up really fast. It's like overdrive for the system, because it's regularly just going brrr, and then it takes off. Sand, I use that a little bit, but mud, I would say fine. Sand and mud, it just takes them way down, like 30 pounds. Cross country will run about maybe, I don't know, 40 pounds of pressure, and then regular is like 55 or so. Top speed, probably around 55 miles an hour. That's all it really likes before it starts shaking around. And if you want to know how to turn one of these on, you hit this button, which is the lightning, and it's really loud. When you hit this, I'm gonna cover this up. That's your buzzer here, because it's got to get the air brakes up. So it's an air brake warning. So we'll cover this up for a while. So you see the air brakes kind of cruising up, and it's super loud. I know you probably can't tell. With my hand over it, it's bearable, but like this, that hurts your ears and the inside. That's why it says earplugs only and all that stuff. As soon as it gets done building pressure, push the turret again in the seats. It'll take a while. Well, there he is, BAE. Started badging their stuff. It was right towards the end of Stuart Stevenson's buyout. Sealy, Texas, which is not too far from where I'm at. So anyways, that buzzer, I could probably unhook it, but I like it for just in case my airlines blow, I'll know. Instead of just locking up on the freeway or the highway. No freeways in this thing. Side roads, feeder roads, service roads, wherever you call them where you're from. So we're watching these air pressure gauges. As soon as they get to the green, both of them, the front and rear, and about over 90, then this buzzer will turn off. air filter gauge. I've never seen that thing move, not once. There's a ginormous air filter on this thing, and when it clogs up, you don't have to buy a new one. You just shake it out and throw it back in. Military filters, they don't play around. Even with that thing, the damn thing's like as big as a freaking dryer. So you pull it out and you shake it, knock all the dust off, throw it back in, and you're good to go. There it is. We got 100, I say, on the front, and almost 90 on the rear. It's cool is they got kind of the old school Cadillac transmission here. You just push the button. You can see N here, maybe with the shadow. You want to drive, push the button. Seven shows up. There's 7 gears on this thing, so that's how you know you're in drive. Reverse is here. Bam, now we're ready to go backwards. You also have manual arrows. If you want to change gears, you can hit up and down. So if you're doing like a steep decline or something, you keep it on 1 or 2. That way you don't have to worry about it jumping into 7 and hauling butt down, or doing something weird like that. The mode button is actually it should just say 4-wheel drive, because if you put it in drive, you see you got 7 gears, and it's always 4-wheel drive. But if you want true locked 4-wheel drive, you hit mode, and you see the light comes on, it jumps to 5, and that's what turns on like locked mode, real deal 4-wheel drive. And if you get stuck doing that, then you're not getting out. If you don't have mode on and you're trying to run and you get stuck, you might be able to pull yourself out if you hit mode, but that's how everything locks in and locks it up and gets it done. So I just want to show you what's going on today. That's about it. If you got any questions, hit me up. You want some more videos, more information about how the car runs, all the parts, I don't know, any information anybody out there needs on how we fixed it up, what problems to kind of look at. I can tell you right away, the cab air ride system, again, I need to address. The oil antifreeze coolant, it's actually an oil cooler in the bottom, and part of running you about 150 bucks or so, but it gets a crack in it all the time. And what'll happen is you'll get oil in your antifreeze because it's running through the system trying to cool your oil down, but they're right next to each other, so the oil pressure is higher than the coolant pressure, so oil will go in. There's no coolant or water going into my oil. Before I fixed the problem, it was just gumming up my antifreeze and the water that I had in there, and I kept losing oil and putting more and more until I figured out where it was going. It was actually filling up the antifreeze reservoir. And that's all I got for you today. Time for some barbecue. I'm gonna turn this thing on.